Hello, Van here. We're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Missouri, Mississippi, Ohio River Basin map. As I typically call it, just the River Basin map here. And since last episode, haven't really done a whole lot. Just a couple odds and ends here. Got one hired worker. Yes, just one at the moment. Going out on field 19 there, getting that field cultivated. And then this episode, we're going to hopefully pick up where we left off there from last episode, working on the manure. Had several people suggest taking away the overload pipes would help with the refill problem. So we're going to give that a try here. Also, you can see we got all the combines lined up ready to go for the next field there. I think maybe we'll take maybe an episode or two break from that here. A lot of Courseplay here the last few episodes, and we'll just do some other odds and ends here. Got quite a few fields that need to be replanted, cultivated. I don't think there's anything that needs to be plowed, but just a lot of odds and ends that need to be done. Also, one of the biggest things I did since last episode, and as we're driving along, you're probably noticing a little something here, maybe. Maybe it'll get a little more obvious here as we continue going down the road. Anybody noticing anything yet? Well, in case you haven't noticed, a lot of trees are missing, and I do mean a lot of trees. I opened up the game, or the map in Giants Editor, and took the liberty of deleting out lots of trees. Namely, some of the ones that are around the fields, ones that are kind of in our way. And then also deleted out, hopefully, I haven't gone over and looked yet, but hopefully all the trees between 18, or actually not 18. Between 19, 24, and 25. I don't think you can go between 18 and 19 there because there's that bridge there. But between 19, 24, and 25, I believe I've gotten rid of all the trees. Ended up getting rid of a few more trees than what I wanted to. Basically, the trees are in groups. I started out by deleting them one by one. Like, wow, this is going to take way too long. So then I just started deleting out the groups of trees. So there's a few more trees missing than what I'd like to see, but for the sake of time, I deleted out the groups rather than individually. Otherwise, it was going to take quite a while. And again, I'm playing, I think this is version 2 of this map. So the version 2 of the map does not come with trees that you can cut down. The only way you can get rid of them is, Giants Editor and delete them out. You can't just cut them down. Version 3, I believe, has the trees you can actually cut down, so if you'd rather play that way, pretty sure I got a link to both maps in the description, or at least in the mod list anyway. I think I have a link to both, so if you'd rather go that route, you can. No, that's not the tractor I want. Let's see what's here. There's the tractor I want. Actually, maybe before we go to that tractor, did I put you in a group? I did, okay. Before we do that here, let's see if maybe we can do something with this slurry horse here a moment. Like I said, have not been able to get it to work. So let's try taking... I think we took the overload pipe off of this already. I was thinking maybe that was the problem. So we took the overload pipe off of this. But we still have it on... Jackknife that. We still have it on the storage tank there. So let's maybe remove it off of there. Shop's not too far away here, so we'll just make a quick run down to the shop here a moment. And I'm just going to park this here so I know where to put this back at. Right about in there somewhere. Okay, let's go take this. Oh, wait, we got... Boy, does editing it remove the slurry from it? That is an excellent question. Maybe we'll do some slurry spread first so we don't lose the slurry. So I'm kind of curious to see how far it's going to go here. And this, I forget, I think we got the in-game slurry spreader here. Ended up going with that one. It was just the in-game slurry spreader. Following it with the beautiful John Deere 9620 RX. Oh yes, back for another one of these crappy episodes here. Spreading the slurry should be quite exciting, right? And like I said, really curious to see how far this slurry is going to go. As you know, that's always been one of my complaints in the game here when dealing with the manure. There's never enough of it. And I'm sure in this case there's probably not going to be enough to do what is a relatively small field on this map. I mean, it's a big field, but... And I could actually throw a hired worker on this too and then tell the hired worker, if we go to the options here, at least I'm assuming it would work, hopefully. Oh, one more page yet. One more page, slurry. We can go to the pig, which we don't have any. We need cow slurry tank, and it should refill from the cow slurry tank. Cow manure heap. As I mentioned too, I want to get in some manure as well. Manure, were we full on the manure? One too far, manure. Oh, we need to probably maybe check on the cows too. Manure. And not quite full, I don't think. So yeah, real curious to see if we can, like, finish this field or not. And almost out here. And we're out. Anyway, we'll read some comments here in a moment. Mesa was saying, my console may not have John Deere, but he does have a near limitless supply of poultry jokes. And for some odd reason, I'm obsessed with chicken. For those of you joining us on TeamSpeak, you'll get the some of the rest of that joke. Nolan was saying, FTL usually refers to faster than light. On, oh, and that applies to PCs, FTL. PCs are faster than light. I forget, does the overload work with this tank? It does. You know, obviously with this setup too, you don't necessarily need Courseplay. Obviously with the new options here, you can, you know, just set it to refill from the slurry tank, so much easier. But I thought it'd be cool to give this a try. As I said when we started this season, everything Courseplay. So wanted to see what we could do with Courseplay. Tyler was saying, I think that should be an automatic forfeit for the consoles. They can't even start. Amazing Run was asking on Valley of the Old Farm, how many fields are there now because of login? Mainly just 2 fields because of login, as far as I know. But we have been able to combine a lot of fields. And, you know, several of the areas where we're logging on Valley of the Old Farm, there's really not... the terrain is not appropriate for fields. Very, very uneven, so... There's some areas you really wouldn't want to make into a field. I mean, I guess you could if you wanted to, but... Fields are probably more trying than anything. And wow, I have to say, it definitely looks different here without the trees. I kind of like the look of the trees, but oh well. You know, at the same time too, when it came to the other fields over there, 19, 24, and 25, you know, obviously we could plow through them. That looked a little funny, I thought, so... Time and Beast was saying unhitch the tractor from the slurry tank and then you should get the trigger without the pipes. We did try that. We did have the tractor unhitched there. As I said too, it really shouldn't matter. There we go. Jeremy was saying I got the Valley of the Old Farm and I play on PS4. Bill was saying Farmer's Dynasty takes 97% to finish a job, plowing or cultivating. Andrew was saying on Farmer's Dynasty, you plow wrong. To which he is partially correct, and I think I mentioned this in that episode as well. Yes, you typically would have your tractor tire in the last furrow, but just because of the way the game mechanics are, if you try to put the tractor tire in the last furrow there, the rear tire, the front tires kind of tend to slip in as well. It makes it really hard to drive, and I found it seems to work perfectly fine if you just drive right along beside the last furrow. Anthony was saying you missed a tree. I missed a tree. Yeah. He actually didn't comment on this, on the Missouri series, but just with the fact that we removed a bunch of trees from this map, seems like a rather appropriate comment. Tanner was saying I would get the in-game slurry equipment. They should work better than the universal pack. They actually might. Again, the only reason I went with the universal pack is they kind of tend to hold more. And it, generally speaking, I would say it's a pretty good pack. I can't say I really had any major issues with it. Ooh, I should shut it off there. Thought I had, but I guess not. Try not to waste it going around the turns here. I should look through the mods too and see if I actually have a wider one. I think there was a 40-meter wide one of these as well. I don't know if I have it or not. I'll have to go double check maybe. And we are out again. And then this should empty the tank here as well. And like I said, we'll go take it down to the shop there. Get it reconfigured without the overfill pipe. And we'll see if that'll do the trick for us here or not. Joseph was saying if you have a G27, you could have just got the side panel, the farming simulator side panel here he's talking about, separately, and use it with the G27. Yes, you very well could if you wanted to. This is just my suggestion, though, and if you don't already have a wheel, and you're looking for a wheel for Farming Simulator, I would go with a Farming Simulator wheel and side panel. I don't think you can find a better wheel and side panel for Farming Simulator. Emphasis there on better wheel for Farming Simulator. If you're getting a wheel for other games, you know, if you play, say, Euro Truck, American Truck, and you're looking for a wheel, then I would probably recommend going, you know, with one of the Logitech ones, G29, 920, G27 in my case is what I have. Those wheels will work much, much better for those games, in my opinion. Okay, let's go take this down to the shop here a moment. Which is just across the field here. Hoodoo was saying on Farmer's Dynasty, I have not been able to repair the linoleum floors either, or the window frames, because I was able to rebuild the doghouse and the playground and all the buildings around the farm. And then, yes, you can plant winter crops, he was saying. You planted canola? Yeah, he planted canola here in September. And then fertilized them with both the chemical and the manure. And he got an amazing harvest in April. Lots of euros. Oh, hey, that's what we want. Lots of euros. Although I kind of prefer dollars myself, but... Okay, we'll just leave that in there. And run down to our neighborly salesperson. At least he better be neighborly with all the money we're spending over here. Let's see. Customize overload pipe off. And we still got to pay $1,000 for it. I thought we were giving you good business, and you still charge us $1,000 for that. And the door shuts. What? Oh my goodness. Okay. Shut the door on us too yet. Okay, we'll take this back here, and then we'll fire up the Courseplay course there again, and see if Courseplay can build this up this time. Gerald was also saying get rid of the overload pipes on the trailers, then they might work. Amazing Random was saying it might not work because the other trailer was unloading at the same time the truck was. That shouldn't affect it. It should be able to unload from the tanker there to this storage tank, from the storage tank to the spreader there, all at the same time. At least it should be able to anyway. At least if you ask me. Okay. We'll just shut that off. And do I have Courseplay set up here yet? You are the tractor. I want to get in the truck. Yes, looks like I do. Drive course. And the loading manure. How about drive now? And we straightened the tank out there. That wasn't on purpose, but I'll take it. Okay, let's see. So where do we leave off? I think it was over here somewhere, right? Wow, almost 2/3 of the way done with this episode, and we've only made 2 full passes here, working on the 3rd. There we go. Thomas McConsole saying, I have the simple answer to all the Courseplay problems. Get an Xbox One. Never have any of those problems. That means the Courseplay must work much better on the console. Oh, wait, that's right. The console can't get the Courseplay. Quite surprisingly, though, Courseplay is actually available on the Mod Hub, the official Farming Simulator Mod Hub. I'm kind of surprised Giants would actually put a mod like that on there, given the history of Courseplay. And, you know, I've said this many, many times before, and you've even seen it, well, a couple times on the live stream, I think. Maybe not on the live stream. I think a couple times in the videos. Every now and then, you know, you'll get Courseplay where it crashes and it locks up the game. Oh, actually, you know what? It was on the last live stream. Last live stream this past Sunday on No Creek Farms. We actually did have Courseplay lock up and crash on us. As long as you have the developer mode open, though, in theory, you shouldn't lose anything. You should be able to just tell Courseplay to stop. And what you can do, this is developer mode here. And if you tab through, there it is right there. Tab through the options there. There is Courseplay Stop All. If you do that, that should allow your game to work again. Courseplay will be broken, but you'll at least be able to, you know, save your game, and you can reload it if you want. So I think it's been quite a while here since I've actually had, you know, to like kill the game because of Courseplay, because typically you can just go in here, Courseplay stop all, and you're back in business. And I'm pretty sure you folks have probably seen me use it a couple times. You've seen, like I said, last Sunday there for our No Creek live stream. We used that. The mad scientist was saying, been trying to find the anhydrous ammonia tank mod he used, but all I can find is the large anhydrous ammonia toolbar, which doesn't come with a tank. Speaking of which, I do have that, and I do plan on using the large anhydrous toolbar. As far as the tanks came with the smaller anhydrous toolbars, if I remember correctly. Should be a link to those in the mod list. We are currently using the smaller ones. As I said, I plan on definitely switching those out for the bigger ones, though. Nothing to see here, helicopters. No cash crops. Move on. Oh, wait a minute. There is a tobacco field over. Okay, there is a tobacco field. I don't know if that's a cash crop in this game or not, but field 2 is a tobacco field. Bryce was asking, why do you have a Bobcat at your shop that you never use? That was something everybody wanted me to purchase when we started this map. I think we started this with a live stream, if I remember correctly. And yeah, we just got the Bobcat as something, and say, yeah, I never have actually used it yet, so we need to straighten this out a little bit here. Not gonna unload though. Oh, we can manually do it. Okay. Can Courseplay like not unload into this then, I wonder, or something? Don't know. Rather weird. You know, at that point we might as well just have a Courseplay stop by the side of the field here, and we can refill from that. Both these tanks hold the same as far as I know. Jeffrey was saying we used the Steiger on the server. Came from yours truly. All I edited was the price. Let's see what's wrong. Let's maybe give that tractor a try again. Actually, you know what? Let's save the game before we try it again. Courseplay just drove forward a bit there, didn't it? That's kind of weird. While we wait for the tank to fill. Where is that Steiger? That is the one I wanted to put on the slurry job here. Thought that'd be kind of a nice tractor to try for that. Let's see. Where is the Steiger? Ah, there it is. Not these really old ones here. We're looking at the Steiger Tiger 3 with twin wheels large. Sure. Let's see if it purchases this time. Kentucky Farmer was saying there's a new 9620 RX at our local John Deere dealer. That is cool. Aaron was asking for the combines. Is each combine set to 13.6 meters? Or did some default to 13.2? Might explain the missing and overlap. That actually, to my knowledge, should not matter. Courseplay loads the width of the course with the course. So when you load up the course, that's all in that course save there. So you don't have to set the width. It should be part of that. And it does not seem to be purchasing. Interesting. If it works on the server, though, it means I probably have a mod conflict, although I don't know with what. Typically, you don't see too many mod conflicts with tractors. You know, there's not a whole lot to the tractor side of things. Not unless, you know, mod authors are doing something they shouldn't be doing. Collection is being purchased. Okay. Doesn't seem to be working, so we'll move on. Now, are you going to drive on? Because you should be empty, right? See, it sounds like something is running yet. And it's not that tank, I don't think. Shouldn't be anyway. Well, getting to the end of the episode here, and we got a small portion of the field done. Left off down here somewhere, if I remember correctly. Steve was also saying I have that Steiger worked for me, although the others that come in the pack I downloaded have too many Lua errors. Chase was saying the Slurry trailer said tip side right. Oh, interesting. I didn't know there was actually a sided to that. I have to check the map here when we're done with this load, just out of curiosity to see how much we have left for the field here. And for that matter, how much slurry we have left. We should actually have a fair amount here. I don't think we've used, what, maybe 120,000 liters here. This is, what, our fourth fill? Ethan was saying hello. James was saying in an earlier video or discussing the New Holland T9s. The Smart Tracks only comes on the T9 615 and T9 670 and T9 700. So the larger horsepower T9 tractors there. He says the reason I don't like the in-game New Hollands is that they only have flat Eurotrash exhaust and not the North American exhaust similar to the Case Quad Track. That is true, yes. They do have the Euro-style exhaust there. Just for example here, say this John Deere has the exhaust sticking up like this. If you look at the New Hollands there, it's got the exhaust laying down, basically along the hood line there. And yeah, definitely be cool if they actually had more options for the New Holland in the game here. As I said, definitely seems like it'd be easy enough for them to add, you know, say a couple more engine options there all the way up to the T9 700. And yes, as far as I know there, the New Holland horsepower numbers work the same as like John Deere. You know, 9620 here means 620 horsepower. T9 700, 700 horsepower. So getting to be a fair amount of horsepower there. T9 700. Almost empty. Also seems like a good point to wrap up the episode here as well. How much of the field did we get done? Yes, yeah, good third, small half maybe. And how much slurry do we have left here? We have 673,000, so yeah, we've definitely used a little bit of slurry, but not too bad. Should actually be able to do this entire field then. Yeah, it's just not automatically filling into this tank here, is it? We got it to work once last episode, but I don't know what the trick was. Oh. Tip right side. Does that actually matter? Tip side back or right? Wonder if it does. Didn't occur to me that it would matter, but maybe it does. I didn't see any unload option there. Yeah, see, we shouldn't have to be in that tractor that's attached to that tank. It should refill here, but I don't know what or why we're not getting that option. So, like I said, at this point, might be easier to just get rid of this tank here and using Courseplay just with the tanker on the truck there. Obviously, you know, if I reconnect this up, load it, then it works, but we shouldn't have to do that. Anyway, as I said, time to wrap up the episode here. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.